Hello and welcome to the channel. Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has finally spoken after losing the Saturday's presidential election to his All Progressives Congress APC counterpart Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Obi vowed to prove that he was the legitimate winner of the 2023 general election through the legal process. Recall that Peter Obi, in a similar vein, had lost the 2003 governorship election in Anambra State, but emerged victorious 3 years later after winning his court battle. 7 months after that, he was impeached by the State House of Assembly. Again, Peter Obi successfully challenged his impeachment in court and was reinstated as governor 4 months later. Obviously, the man knows his way around the Nigeria judicial system, and if anyone can overturn this situation, then it is him. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. I will prove LP won presidential election. Obi vows. The Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi on Wednesday disclosed that last Saturday's presidential election was controversial and programmed to deliver predetermined results. He said the election did not meet the necessary requirements and could not be adjudged credible. The former Anambra State governor, who is currently addressing a world press conference in Abuja, said that Nigerians were robbed of their true choice. He insisted that he would pursue justice through courts and was ready to challenge the results till he proved his argument. Labour Party won the election and I will prove it or be vowed. He added, I will challenge this rascality for the future of the country. The former governor said he believed the process through which people come into any position was important and there was a need for Nigeria to sanitize the process. On this issue, presidential election, I am challenging the process, Obi said. He said he had challenged several election results and come out victorious, and he will be approaching the court with the firm belief of getting justice. The court exists for this, and they have asked me to go to court, and I will be going to court, the former governor added. Quipped on if he is under pressure, he said no one can put him under pressure for challenging the rascality. We have to go through this darkness. The structure of criminality can't go out overnight. All we need to show is commitment and resilience. I will be at the forefront and will walk through this darkness until the day break or be vowed. Meanwhile, those whose understanding of Saturday's presidential election is that the Labour Party played the spoiler for the People's Democratic Party miss the significance of the moment. As of now, the PDP is effectively dead, and the LP is the new opposition party. The PDP presidential candidate might have won many votes, but they lost on multiple levels. There are enough reasons to be suspicious of the outcome of the figures from the election, but if the results from a place like Enugu are anything to go by, the PDP will hardly recover. Their role from 2023 upwards will be mere maintenance of whatever gains they can still keep, and not much else. Some of the communities the LP presidential candidate Peter Obi cleared have been voting PDP since 1999. For the party to lose so badly in that region, their so-called structure lacks grounding. It suggests the people there are done with them and ready to move on to other things. That will not be entirely surprising. The APC ran an incompetent government for 8 years, and the PDP was a feeble opposition throughout. Apart from a few whimpers here and there, they were barely alive to energize Nigerians or even hold the APC accountable. You will not know that they were once a party so formidable that they once boasted they would rule Nigeria for 60 to 100 years. They deserve to die. Now that a new day is here, what will Peter Obi do with what he has started? Where will he go from here? I am still pondering, and I will spend the next few weeks scouting for insightful post-election analysis to enlighten me on how to correctly account for the Peter Obi phenomenon. As expected, people are reaching for the obvious explanations of religion and tribe, but those feel insufficient. The coming weeks will offer more clarity. But I hope Obi knows that what he achieved is phenomenal. I hope he allows himself to reflect on the import of his votes and astutely plan where to go from here. Something has been handed over to him, and what he does with it will be the subject of history. When all this started, some analysts boasted Obi's loss would be colossal. Those who said his aspiration was impossible now have to reckon with their poor apprehension of the times. Evidently, they had no idea how much the ground beneath their feet had shifted. Those at the forefront of writing the obituary of the movement should see the passion and patriotic commitment of Obi supporters and learn that their pens no longer hold the might to make facultative pronouncements. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. The short-sighted said the obedience were a mere social media phenomenon and could never contend with those on the ground and running a formidable structure. But look, for the obedience to threaten the people who have been cultivating their structure for 23 years, such that their thugs had to resort to voter intimidation and violence, it says a lot. If the obedience achieved this much in a relatively short time and under the conditions they did, imagine if the election had been genuinely free and fair. For years, I looked forward to a third party breaking the impasse between the APC and the PDP, but nothing quite worked. In my own way, I have supported the efforts of third parties hoping for an organic coalition that will be a radical alternative to the existing and oppressive feudal structures of political organizing. The biggest revelation of this season might not even be that third party of my dreams has finally emerged, but that the opposition Nigeria has been missing for 8 years has now fallen into place. How Obi structures the immense gains he made in the past year will go a long way to determine our collective fate under the incoming presidency. Go to courts, but under which government? Of all the pathetic stories that emanated from Saturday's election, perhaps the one I find most annoying is the Kano State Commissioner of Police Mohammed Yakubu saying the alleged underage voters on the queue during the election might just be adults suffering from stunted growth. Nothing expresses the farce of Nigerian institutions more aptly than a deballed police boss making unimaginative excuses for a crime he should be taken seriously. That is why I find it amusing that some people's response to the allegations of the many electoral malpractice in Saturday's election have been to tell the aggrieved parties to go to court. Which court and in which country is that? If a CP can deny a truth evident to every eye, what does anyone hope will come out of the courts where it is people like Yakubu that will be called to testify? That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.